And while this seems obvious to all of us, I can assure you it was something that the tenants were worried about because the first of the month is close at hand and they were concerned about this, and the property owner has communicated with them to assure them on this point. But obviously, for as long as they're out of their homes, they will not be responsible for paying rent. Tory says the city and the Red Cross had managed to secure 230 rooms after making an appeal to hotels and home sharing services yesterday for about 150 rooms. The preliminary cause of the fire has been determined to be a major failure of the building's electrical distribution center.
After a brazen shooting at a Scarborough playground earlier this summer injured 2 young girls, a second suspect has now been arrested following a 2-month manhunt. 680's Moma Qureshi joins us from outside the Old City Hall courthouse.
A Canada-wide warrant had been issued for Tarek Roden after the shooting in June, and yesterday, OPP were able to track down the 23-year-old in Algonquin Highland. He's facing several charges, including attempted murder for allegedly shooting a 5- and 9-year-old girl at a park at Alton Tower Circle in Scarborough. He is expected to appear here at the Old City Hall courts today. Police also arresting a 59-year-old man, Vern McPhail of Brampton, charging him with accessory after the fact. A Canada-wide warrant remains in effect for a third suspect wanted in connection with the shooting. 21-year-old Shelton area of Markham had already been arrested and charged in connection with the shooting. At the Old City Hall courts, I'm Moma Qureshi. Well, it's been a deadly few days in the city, including 2 murders on Wednesday. As we hear from 680's Laura Carney, the chief of police is now speaking out.
There have been 5 murders in Toronto since Saturday, bringing to 65 the number of homicides this year, 34 by gun. Police Chief Mark Saunders tells Breakfast Television, historically there are peaks and valleys when it comes to gun violence in the city.
I will say this one has had a much longer time frame to it. It is concerning.
The province is pledging $25 million in new funding to combat gun violence, while Mayor Tory has called for a ban on handguns.
My focus is on people that are shooting other people. There's going to come a time when those blueprints for the 3D guns come out. So people that want to shoot other people will have means of getting it. If the government, if the day wants to ban, then so be it.
Toronto is on pace for 100 homicides this year. I'm Laura Carney. The chair of the Toronto District School Board says the provincial government needs to spell out the differences between its newly released interim sex ed curriculum and the document it's replacing. Robin Pilkey says the interim curriculum doesn't clearly address what teachers can and cannot teach when classes resume in less than 2 weeks. The government issued the interim curriculum yesterday, warning the teachers who use the scrapped 2015 version would face consequences. It's launching a website where parents can file complaints, which critics have described as a snitch line.
And the Supreme Court of Canada says it won't hear an appeal from the Toronto Real Estate Board that would have prevented housing sales numbers from being posted on password-protected web pages.
Toronto area realtors can now publish home sales data on their websites after the Supreme Court ruled against the Toronto Real Estate Board in a case that could have sweeping implications for consumer access to real estate data across the country. Canada's largest real estate board appealed to the High Court in a 7-year court battle that began in 2011 when the Competition Bureau challenged the board's policy preventing the publication of the data. The board had earlier lost its case at the Competition Tribunal and in Federal Court of Appeal, and since the High Court won't hear the case, lawyers say there's likely nothing the board can do now to keep the data from being posted. Terry Pedro, the Canadian Press, Ottawa.
Just in the 680 News from Ottawa, MP Maxime Bernier is breaking with the Conservative Party. He's been ruffling feathers within the party recently, complaining about what he sees as Canada's excessive immigration and his distaste of supply management. He is leaving the party effective today. Stay with 680 News for the latest on this developing story.
680 News Time, 109. This is 680 News. During the Honda model clear-out, our 2018s are going fast. So to tell you the offer before they're gone, here's an auctioneer. Thanks. Lease a 2018 Civic LX sedan from just $56 weekly at 1.99% and 0 down, which includes the $750 Civic bonus. Yeah, that's a little fast. What do you mean? It's lease a 2018 Civic LX sedan from just $56 weekly at 1.99% and 0 down, which includes the $750 Civic bonus. Just a little slower. That's what I said. Lease a 2018 Civic LX sedan from just $56 weekly at 1.99% and 0 down, which includes the $750 Civic bonus. Close enough. Includes freight and fees for 16 months, taxes after OHCC, HondaOntario.com. City streets eastbound Rathburn approaching the 427. The right lane is blocked for construction, and Jarvis down to a single lane both directions from Queen to Dundas for road work as well. Now the 680 News gas price update. Enpro says the price of gas will rise 2 cents at midnight to $1.34.9 a liter at most GTA stations.
680 News Time, 110.
What if you won this Friday's Lotto Max jackpot of an estimated $24 million? Would this be a part of your everyday routine? Or would life be a little more serene? Would your Saturday be spent staring at a box? Or fishing on a dock? Would bad weather ruin your fun? Or would you fly around the world and chase the sun? Dream bigger. This Friday's Lotto Max jackpot is an estimated $24 million. Sportsnet is your exclusive home for everything Blue Jays. Get breaking news and reaction as it happens. How about that? From the clubhouse to the dugout and on the field. All access, all the time. A no-quit team off and on the field. Canada's famous roster of baseball experts. Only on Sportsnet, the exclusive home of everything Blue Jays.
Time 111.
Traffic and weather together on the ones. Here's Tobiker. This report brought to you by your GTA Infinity retailer. Well, southbound 404, we've still got 3 right lanes blocked just south of Steeles. And this was with a collision. It's now for a collision cleanup. There seems to be quite a significant spill, and we've got crews all over the roadways here trying to clean it up. Not quite sure what they're trying to clean up at the moment, but it is an extensive effort. I'll be giving the MTO a call right after this to try and get an update on how long they expect that cleanup to last. But for now, looks like 3 right lanes still blocked south of Steeles, and still seeing heavy delays from approaching Highway 7. I would still recommend you exit southbound 404 really at 16th Avenue to avoid all this mess. You can take Woodbine just to the east, Leslie to the west, both moving fairly well. Woodbine's the better alternate at this moment. Now looking at the southbound Don Valley Parkway, volume delays gradually easing, still seeing a bit of a slowdown though through Lawrence. Northbound DVP delays from Don Mills right up to Lawrence. And then we've also still got a report of a tire. Northbound 404 at Bloomington. It's a truck tire, left lane. MTO has been on their way for quite a while to pick that up, so hopefully it's clear, but people just keep calling about it. Now eastbound 401, we've also got just some volume delays. 427 to Islington and the Express, to Weston and the Collectors. Delays east of the 400 to Keele and the Collectors, and again east of Weston to east of Salem. Westbound 401, slow from Warden to Leslie.
Tomorrow, a southwest wind, humidex near 31. Now for the weekend, scattered showers and thunderstorms possible Saturday afternoon, the high about 25, up to 29, feeling like 34 on Sunday with sun and cloud. For today, the guaranteed high, 27. Right now, downtown, it is mainly sunny, 24 degrees, 24 in the mix of sun and cloud at Pearson Airport. 680 news time, 1:13.
And we have an update on the investigation to the summer Scarborough playground shooting injuring 2 young sisters. The suspect arrested yesterday has been remanded back into custody and will return to court August 28th. Tarek Roden of no fixed address, facing 17 charges, including attempted murder and 2 counts of aggravated assault in this investigation.
Now the MoneySense.ca Market Minute, live from the Business Center. Here's Phil Martino.
Charlene, gold and some of the banks are dragging down stocks. The TSX is down by 27 points to 16,320. In New York, the Dow is down by 90 to 25,641. The S&P is down by 3 points to 2,858. The Nasdaq is down by 2 to 7,886.
close. Hear the top stories right now.
The temporary Danforth shooting memorial being decommissioned today at a parkette near Danforth and Page. Plans for a permanent site in the works. Police have arrested the second of 3 suspects accused of spraying bullets across the Scarborough playground this June, injuring 2 young girls. 23-year-old Tarek Roden has been remanded into custody and returns to court next week. Maxime Bernier leaving the Conservative Party.
I want to do politics differently.
The controversial MP making the announcement in Ottawa this hour as the rest of the Conservative caucus gathers in Halifax. Now 680 Sports from Sportsnet 590 The Fan. Here's Andrew Nye.
Alex Ricky Romero is golfing today in the 23rd Annual Jays Care Golf Classic in Woodbridge and admits he hasn't officially given up hope of playing baseball again.
You know, talking to a lot of players that have gone through this is part of the biggest part, you know, whether you should shut it down or keep going or, you know, I think once you take off the uniform, it's over. It's forever.
Romero hasn't pitched in the big league since 2013. His former club, the Blue Jays, off today. They will host the Phillies tomorrow. Happening now on Sportsnet. Final game of a 4-game series between the Red Sox and Cleveland Indians.